So, Brandon, we changed putting just a little bit, and we're going to talk about how we're going to practice these feelings, right? So, will you give me a down the line video, so I kind of putt as if you're putting to the corner, what your arms used to look like, where they were super long, you kind of had this angle going from here and then more up your arms, right? So what we've done is we've kind of tried to eliminate the angle from your arms to the shaft, and we've tucked these elbows in a little more. And will you show me the drill where we were actually holding that putter up in the air? We bring the elbows in slightly to the rib cage, putter's flat to the ground, and then we're just gonna we're gonna feel that little droop, right? So we feel the droop right here on the wrist. And then we're just gonna bend from the waist down. Now that putter is in line with the forearms from the elbows down. We no longer have that inverse angle going this direction, right? If anything, it feels almost like the opposite, right? And so now when we go ahead, we're just gonna really, as we putt, we're trying to feel a connection here between these arms and the putter, right? So go ahead and move through a couple of times. Awesome. I'm gonna let you roll a couple of putts towards the cup here. And our practice is gonna be as simple as when we go to the golf course, 3 to 5 foot putts to start. We can keep the motion relatively small. We're gonna get used to doing that. I think this is a huge, will you go back up to the start for me? I think this is a huge feeling when you get the elbows slightly, it's very, very light, right? But lightly tucked against the rib cage. This is a great feeling for us to be able to get used to. And the more we can do this when we practice, and it's simple as doing it prior to each putt, letting yourself do that, be diligent about it. We bring ourselves down, and then wherever that golf ball is going to be, we can adjust the feet for that afterwards. Go ahead, we're just trying to feel the elbows kind of work together in conjunction with the putter. Beautiful. And it's 3 to 5 foot putts. Our goal is going to be when we're out practicing, we're going to find a straight putt from 3 to 5 feet. I like something like it's 5 feet, just, it's not as mindless as a 3-footer would be. And when you find that straight 5-footer, mark a tee down there if we'd like. And over time, as you do this more and more, we'll build a little bit of a gate so you can swing that putter head through the gate, maintain the path. But that's a great look as far as the connection of the arms go with the putter. When you roll this one on the next one, I guess, where do you feel the motion kind of dominate, like stemming from?
Like you're saying, feeling that connection of my elbows together. So more of like a rock in my shoulders, keeping those elbows, tight and in line.
Awesome. And it feels like, it just looks like your back kind of swivels.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that you could say the same thing about your chest, right?
Yeah. Just a little more of a, just a rotation.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the idea if we were like Iron Man, we have this beam of light shooting out right here, right? I'm just trying to point that beam of light, to the right of my back foot and then in front of my lead foot. Obviously without the legs moving doing that, right?
Yeah.
And then there's that same idea, right? So the more we can do this while we're practicing, you work a lot, you do a lot of things outside of golf. So when you are practicing at golf, I feel like you should be doing things to make your time useful, right? So let yourself do this until it's just second nature. When we find that spot all day, let that droop be normal. Now you match up with the forearms down to the shaft, and the putter is just purely an extension of the arms now at this point. Boom. Great putting.